I'm going to break down the basic strategy for eating to lose weight for you in just a few minutes. What I'm referring to is functional eating. The goal is not just to lose weight, the goal is to lose fat. To lose fat because fat is the thief that is stealing your life away if you have too much of it. Rule number one, you have to cook. Eating out every day is not a good option. It is expensive and the food is usually too high in calories, carbs, and fat. Rule number two, you have to keep your insulin levels as low as possible for as long as possible. Rule number three, you can't eat more than you burn throughout the day. Everything counts. And rule number four, you have to read my book. It explains all of this. It will answer all your questions. There will be no doubt in your mind. It does little good knowing what to do if you know not why you do it. So please, read the book. So getting back to rule number one, you have to cook. Lunch isn't the major meal for most, it's usually at work. This leaves dinner, the only significant meal to prepare, and I go into more detail in the companion video, The One Meal a Day That Counts. Rule number two, managing your insulin levels. This is key because the presence of insulin in your blood suppresses fat metabolism and you won't be burning fat. And what raises the insulin level in your blood? Carbohydrates, of course, sugar, and what else? Protein. Protein causes an insulin surge that is 40 to 60% that of carbohydrates. This means that pretty much everything you eat will raise your insulin levels except for pure fat, which does not. Rule number three is simply the first law of thermodynamics, a physical reality of our universe, which states that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. If you eat energy, you own it. It's that simple. Everything counts. Lastly, if all you did was comply with rule number four, reading the book, then all this would not be necessary because everything is clearly and most emphatically stated in my book. All this stuff I am doing on my website is pure gravy. It's the book that is the figurative meat and potatoes, so do not cheat yourself of that. Now, I think that you can most easily address the first three rules with a common strategy, and that is some form of an intermittent fast. What I suggest in The Fat Thief is a 16 to 18 hour fast that encompasses the nighttime, which means that there is no breakfast and no snacking after dinner. Only 2 meals a day, lunch and dinner between 12 noon and 6 p.m. Now often lunch is at work, a cafeteria, or maybe you'll bring something from home. And for the most part, this is not the dominant meal of the day. This means that we are talking about basically one meal, dinner, that requires some modicum of forethought, planning, and work because of rule number one, you have to cook. My point is that with this 18-hour fast, focusing on one meal a day becomes much easier. It's cheaper, it's more efficient, and since it is the primary meal, it will be bigger, more filling, and you will have more latitude with the entrees. And with an 18-hour fast, you are automatically keeping the insulin levels low in your blood for greater than half the day. This means that you don't have to be so careful during the 6 hours that you actually can eat. Rule number two, check, manage your insulin levels. However, remember rule number three, everything counts, everything. You can't expect to eat 5,000 calories between 12 and 6 and expect to lose weight by fasting the next 18 hours. Not gonna work. You need to eat sensibly, responsibly. You have to follow the law of the universe that says if you eat energy, it's yours to burn. You own it. Now, you have to at least read the first part of The Fat Thief, the section on truth. I can't explain it here any better than I already have. Watch the 2 videos, The One Meal That Counts and Sweet Things. These will provide the final guidance and then you will have everything you need. I've even posted 5 basic meal ideas that are some of my favorites. I eat them all the time. You can try these and learn what to look for as you explore further options on your own. You can access everything you need at fatthief.com. Contact me with any questions. I have some rules for that are explained on the contact page. But above all, remember rule number 4, read the book. It has all the answers, all the steps, all the checklists. I am literally spoon feeding you, so open up and get ready to receive the word. It won't hurt a bit, I promise. Thank you.